Let's go, man. Thank you very much for coming over, Raul.
Thanks for having us, brother.
It's a pleasure, man. Tony, it's a pleasure, bro.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Bakhar, I want to start off by talking about something that I just mumbled out in my, I don't know, from my subconscious brain. Time is something that's so fucking important. When you think about it, we just wasted 7 minutes of our lives watching a few people fly.
Action sequences.
South remake of our very own movie. When it comes to time, what's your take on this? Let's start off with that. Like, I personally do not like wasting time at all. Wasting time on things that is not gonna, the outcome is not gonna be productive for me. Okay? Like मेरो लागि चाहिँ त्यो outcome चाहिँ केही न केही हिसाबले चाहिँ productive हुनु पर्यो के. Both of you guys are amazing at what you guys do. I want to start off with this. What's your take on being productive?
एकदम अब as human you only have time that you can give to other people, and it's really important to time actually दिइसकेपछि that's all you have to give. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it all adds up, and you'll realize it as you get older that there is no time to waste.
There's no time to waste at all.
Yeah, man. Shit goes by in like a blink of an eye. And you don't even know it. 1 minute you think you're the kid, in that environment, and the next thing you know, you're the old guy in that environment.
Yeah.
Time flies by so fast, man. Yeah. But at the same time, like, I also feel like we need to realize how little time we have here, okay? Yeah, on an average, a person might live 80 or 90 years if they're lucky. And then growing old, I think, is a privilege. Not everybody gets to grow old.
Yeah.
And if we're lucky enough, privileged enough to grow old and live like a full life, we're here for 80, 90 years. The Earth has been around for 4.5 billion years.
Somewhere along that line, yeah.
And the universe has been around for 14 billion years. The human race has been around for 200,000 years. So how insignificant are we, and how little is our time on this Earth? And what do we want to do with that little time that we have here?
Yeah.
So do we want to spend it just doing absolutely nothing, or in hatred, looking down at people and talking shit? Or do we want to do something that's productive, like you said? And
yeah, whether you do it or not, the time's going to go. Like, your podcast, 2 hours will go by.
Yeah.
So if what are you going to do in that 2 hours? That's the key.
No shadow of a doubt on that. Raul, can you pull your mic a little bit towards you? Sure. All right, let's get started. Tony, can you tell everybody what you do?
So I'm a part owner, Pump, and I'm one of the trainers there as well. So Pump खोलेको चाहिँ 2015 अगस्टतिर खोला, अनि त्यो बेलादेखि we opened with barely nothing, अनि अहिले it's become, I would like to say, one of the best gyms. I would like to say that.
No, it definitely is. Raul, tell everybody.
I'm the co-founder and executive director of Gymkhana Muay Thai, and but before that, I'd like to believe that I'm a coach and a fighter first. But yeah, we've been around since 2017, and we've done okay.
No, both for me personally, when I see it, I've been to both your gyms. I've used your facilities. I've seen what you guys do, with my own true eyes. And when it comes to fitness, you two are the ones that I go ahead and rely on.
Thank you, brother.
In this country, city in this country, so that is something. What you first of all, I want to say this, that being a teacher, I'd start off by talking about a teacher. Being a guru, being a teacher is one of the best things that you can do in your life, because you are giving education. What you've learned. हामीले सिकेको कुरा पास गर्नु भनेको त्यो भन्दा ठुलो कुरा केही पनि छैन के संसारमा, मेरो लागि चाहिँ पर्सनली हुन्छ नि, because not everybody can be good teachers.
Yeah, plus you get a lot back as well. Like, you learn a lot. सिकाउँदाखेरि पनि, whether it be of a fight or just teaching how to squat, you get a lot of feedback from the other person, which you take it for granted. अब let's get कतिजना मान्छे आउँछ हैन, आफूले सिम्पल कुरा गर्न सक्ने, you just get them to do it, and you get a complete different feedback from every different individual. So you learn a lot as well.
Yeah, that is so true. Raul, talking about you got started very young when it comes to working out, when it comes to being a fighter itself. Yeah. You started very young, right? Do you want to share a bit of a story?
So very young, but then when I was much younger, I used to do like every other Nepali kid. We were forced into taekwondo and karate by our parents, but I remember when I was okay, fine, we're getting into this. When I was a kid, I remember my dad used to say, Muay Thai fighters, listen, lat haneर रुख पचाउन सक्छ भन्नुहुन्थ्यो. And I don't know if you mentioned banana tree or not.
I've heard this before.
The selective ignoring I just wanted to hear a man can kick down a tree, and that stuck in my head. You know? And this fast forward many years later, I was in Delhi for college.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you guys, but the first year of college is always the craziest year of your life.
And that's the most
exactly.
crazy year. True.
The first year of college, I just went nuts. I developed a lot of bad habits. I know things that I'd stayed away from my whole life because I had friends who were into a lot of bad habits, but somehow I'd managed to stay away from it. Okay? But I developed those habits, and I went down a path where I was like, maybe I want you winter baas dina jasto cha. Manma, I don't know if I would, but I wasn't like a drug addict or anything, but the lifestyle I was living was not very healthy at all. Okay?
What do you mean by that? Elaborate.
Smoking a lot. I was smoking a lot, drinking a lot, partying a lot, and then smoking everything you can find, putting everything you can find into your lungs.
Yeah.
Khana japaite, and the way it was going. And I mean, you know your body. I've been an athlete my whole life. I used to play basketball when I was younger. My India mani khelete. I played up to state level, and in Nepal I played the nationals once. So even though I'm like that high, so you know your body, and I could feel my body just like deteriorating every day. And I was like, man, it's just the But I also knew basketball. I'm barely 5'7", bro. What am I gonna do?
Where's my career gonna go here?
Exactly. But one thing I used to consistently do ever since YouTube came out was watch fights. Okay?
Yeah.
Street fighters, any fighters. So I started off by watching street fights, and then I started watching bistari pro boxer against a street fighter. You know what happens to a professional fighter when he's on the streets and stuff like that. I transitioned into watching real fights. Okay? Like in a ring or in a cage or stuff like that. And then my fascination for it just grew. And so what happened was, say I'd be smoking, drinking, and watching fights. Now suddenly I'm smoking little less, drinking little less, I'm still watching fights. Then I'm not drinking anymore, I'm just watching fights. Suddenly I don't feel like smoking anymore, I'm watching fights. Now the only thing left for me to do is train. You know what I mean? So I was like, look man, without even starting, if it's changed my life to a certain degree, I might as well just start this shit.
Yeah.
And when I started, the first day I went to class, I wasn't young, I think I was in my 20s already, but the first day I went to class, I knew this is what I was going to do for the rest of my life, man. It was that simple. Like, the first class, I came up to my coach and I was like, look, I know you probably don't believe me right now because you don't know me, but I'm doing this for the rest of my life. And he laughed at me. He said, okay. He was Dutch. He just said, okay. Then I went home and I called my parents and I was like, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. And they obviously didn't believe me right then. But after that, I don't know, man. Like, when you find your calling, when you find something that you truly love, you just know, okay? You don't need to fake it.
Definitely. Relate the गर्न मिल्छ सबैले. I remember like त्यो बच्चा हुँदाखेरि, like you said, taekwondo, अनि त्यो काठको पिलरमा के खान लाउने, त्यो सिकाउने पनि अब भनौँ न गुरु हैन, रङ्गशालामा सिक्थ्यो, हामीलाई आएर चाहिँ हामी पुच्चाहरूलाई सिकाउँथ्यो के. बिहान 7 बजे भेट्ने, दौडिन जाने, अनि त्यसपछि किक सिक हान्ने, त्यस्तो सिकाउने. अब we grew up, I think our lifestyle as a kid was a lot privileged because it was outdoors.
True.
We didn't have mobile phones, we didn't have anything.
So true.
बाहिरै हुन्थ्यो.
So true.
Compared to अहिले, which is like you have to drag them out. बाहिर जाऊ भनेर. They're stuck in their phones.
I got screwed up in all of these things, man. I got really screwed up in all of these things. I can play basketball, I can play football, I do त्यो काटा नम्बर 1 आउँछ मलाई अहिले पनि हैन. White belt गरे म. We went to the same school. And we went to the same school. अनि त्यो एलिट्समा थियो नि त त्यो गरे कराटे सबै त थियो नि त. There was all kind of sports.
It was really like त्यसमा चाहिँ studies भन्दा नि extra activitiesमा there was a lot of preference.
We had a proper gymnastic hall, which I don't think at that time a lot of schools had. I don't know if
few schools that
yeah, very few schools had it, and then later on when we moved to हाम्रो लामाटारमा basketball court थियो हुन्छ नि हैन, which
त्यो बेलाको लागि it was like ahead of its time.
So we had almost everything, but I learned how to swim in school, but I never got into anything.
And you were just like jack of all type.
I could play, like I was a skinny little fucking kid. I could play everything, but one thing that I miss, I was just thinking about this. One thing that I miss is सानो हुँदाखेरि त दौडिन सक्थ्यो क्या म. दौडिनु भन्दा पनि त्यो हुन्छ नि, यु रन एभ्रिवेयर क्या. यहाँबाट त्यहाँ जानु पऱ्यो भने हुन्छ नि, साथीहरूसँग टोइलेट जानु पऱ्यो भने यु रन एभ्रिवेयर क्या. कुद्दै जान्थ्यो, कुद्दै आउँथ्यो होइन. आई स्टिल रिमेम्बर एट वान पोइन्ट
कम्पिटिसन है जेमा पनि
एक्चुअली लडेर यतिमा त्यो यो तलको आइसोलेटरमा एउटा कट छ कि होइन म त्यो दौडी जाँदाखेरि बास्केटबल कोर्टमा चिप्लेर यतिकै लडाएछ कि म यहाँ हुन्छ नि होइन अथवा त्यो बास्केटबल खेल्दाखेरि एकचोटि चाहिँ आई डोन्ट वान्ट टेक दिस पर्सन्स नेम होइन आइ एम अन द एयर होइन अनि त्यसपछि खै यताबाट भ्वाक्क कुन चाहिँले हानेछ माई नी क्याप फकिङ गट फक्ड सो आई हेड लाइक plaster for like almost 20 days. But coming back to the point, we used to do so many things when we were young.
Yeah.
I never got into one thing. So that's something that I miss. That I look at you guys and you guys have chosen that. When it comes to, let's say, I'll just say it's sports, you know exactly something that you're good at at a young age. For me personally, I could never figure that out.
No, I think it wasn't like young age. Like you come to a point where, at a point, like Raul, you realize ki ye ho, see. Same with me as well. I used to do accounting before, man. But
yeah? You're an accountant? Nice. Explain.
I didn't know. It's like, so basically when you go to school, you're pretty much groomed to go to college. Especially you find a job, stable job, and you live out the rest of your life. Yeah. And you look forward to that 9 to 5 kind of life. To know that this is good one. Once you get in, it's like, I think I need to get out type go. So I did the 9 to 5, and then I wasn't 9 to 5, so म बारमा काम गर्थेँ. This is पहिला अस्ट्रेलियामा हुँदाखेरि. So म बारमा काम गर्थेँ. Bar job is really good, shift wise हुन्थ्यो. So you don't ever think about anything. You just go there, do your thing, and done. And then I really look forward to that 9 to 5 नहुँदाखेरि. Once I got in, I was like, this is shit.
Hold on, the bar means what kind of bar?
Like club,
nightclub. Hey, okay, I was like, maybe this is a different bar that you worked on, and then?
And then once I got into the 9 to 5, I was like, this is shit. So taipani I had to do it because it pays the bills.
Yeah.
And then bistari gym jana thalyo. I mean, yata pani jantyo tara when I was in Australia, I didn't go to the gym. So त्यहाँ gym jana thalisakeपछि चाहिँ there was like YouTube त्यस्तो आइरा हुन्थ्यो. And then I saw this video and I was like, I want to do what he's doing type. So this was एकजना अब African American guy. So he was doing this street workout, and it was like the title of the YouTube was Awesome Human Strength or something like that. Yeah. I was hooked. I was like, that's what I want to do.
Nice.
What's
it called?
Calisthenics.
Calisthenics. I had Sukhdev over at the podcast a long time ago, in the beginning of our podcast. And again, what he's doing is amazing as well. He's creating a lot of parks all across Kathmandu and all over the city and all over Nepal as well. Anyways, I definitely want to get into this. Anyways, you were saying?
So I saw the video and I was like, that's what I want to do. I had no idea. And gymma gayo. Gymma there was barely a pull-up bar. And my first muscle up sikeko, it was in a Smith machine. त्यो बेला अब सिकाउने कोही पनि थिएन. I used to just go to the gym, run on a treadmill, do pull-ups. अब अरूहरू त्यो जिम गोजहरूले normal gym goersहरूले हेर्दाखेरि त अब conventional gymमा I put the treadmill in the highest thing, run crazy. त्यसपछि गयो स्मिथ मेसिनमा पुलअपहरू गऱ्यो. सके यो पागल के गरेर. So that's how I got in. And त्यसपछि यहाँ आएपछि everything kind of fell into place.
Yeah. That's super cool, man. I've never left when I was young, but one thing that I'll never forget is I went to a gym when I was very young because I was a skinny little fuck. And त्यसपछि दुब्लो छ भने के गर्ने जिम जाने अनि त्यसपछि ठुलो हुन्छ. होइन त्यो मिसकन्सेप्सन छ नि त एउटा हुन्छ नि होइन.
स्टिरियोटाइपिङ त छ अहिले पनि.
ठुलो मिसकन्सेप्सन हो नि त त्यो त होइन. इफ च्यासे छ भने जिम गयो भने ठुलो हुन्छ होइन. अनि इफ युआर सुपर फ्याट होइन यु गो टु द जिम यु गोना बी सुपर स्किनी होइन. You're never ever happy and life does not work that way. At least I know that way. But it took me bloody 10, 12, 15 years to realize that.
Like even if you take us, we say we go to the gym every day. यस्तो दिन्छ जान्छ जिम.
You own Gymkhana.
So there is a misconception of भनौँ जिम जाने बित्तिकै you think of bodybuilding and that's अब majority चाहिँ bodybuilding हो. तर we go for अब आफ्नो health and fitness अनि अब athlete हो भने they go for their own अब sport को लागि जान्छ नि त. Not everyone has to look like they go to the gym.
Plus, I mean, I don't think you can blame people as well because Surma, it was like that. When you go to the gym, you're going to get big.
हामी पनि जाँदाखेरि त्यही त हो.
In the beginning, त्यस्तै थियो नि त. So that culture, अहिले गएर पो the culture has grown more and the awareness is more. People understand what fitness is. So everybody has an idea about why they want to go to a gym. Some want to go to get fit, some want to go to lose weight, someone whatever it is. Now it's in people go to the gym for different reasons. पहिला सबैजना भनेको त gym गर्ने मान्छे भनेपछि stereotypically was just
big guy.
You know what I mean? Like, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it almost was as if you're like a normal looking motherfucker, you can't really go to a gym because you're just too small to be there. And that's not true. Nowadays, in this society, that
it's opened up a lot. Like you see a lot of केटीहरू वुमेनहरू आउने जिममा पहिला त इट युज टु बी अ हस्टाइल इन्भाइरोमेन्ट त्यो जिम जाँदाखेरि स्मेल लाइक अलिकति पसिना अलिकति पिस
पर्फेक्ट हो त्यो खिया परेको हुने सबै कुरा हैन इट्स चेन्ज लाइक वुमेन वुडन्ट फिल कम्फर्टेबल पहिला म्यान लाइक this is I started going to the gym when I was I think 16 years old. My mom took me to the gym the first time in my life. If I'm in this fitness industry or whatever, it's because my mom was always, even now she's like, oh, you gotta wake up, you gotta go. Sani, she started taking me to she used to work out. And I remember my mom used to not be very comfortable. This was one of the better gyms in Kathmandu at that point, I know, where we had more ladies coming in. I feel like ladies aren't really comfortable in the gym. At that point, this is like 16, 17 years ago. But now, I mean, and so earlier in that, there are more at my gym. I have way more ladies, and they kick way more ass than the guys do. Trust me, man. The girls work way harder than the guys do at the gym. I don't know.
त्यस्तै हुन्छ. I think they do. It's because generally our त्यो केटीहरू पहिला नपाएको होला. Maybe they work out a lot harder than the guys. They can because guys are inherently अलिकति बलियो हुन्छ. So if they want to do a push-up, pull-up, they don't have to work as hard. But केटीहरूले अलिकति धेरै वर्क गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ to develop strength.
I'm sure, no doubt, man. That's amazing. I've been to both your gyms. I know exactly what you guys are talking about. You know, एउटा misconception चाहिँ के थियो भन्दाखेरि I went to the gym, skinny as fuck. होइन telling you guys the truth, I still am. होइन म 70 किलो बसेको भइसक्यो होला लगभग 3-4 वर्ष होइन ठ्याक्कै 70 is the perfect weight for my category and I like saying 70 होइन 69 or 71 that's the highest that I like हुन्छ नि होइन अहिले आएर हेर्दाखेरि त्यो त्यतिखेर त्यो जमानामा I'll never forget this होइन I don't think I've said this in the podcast before. Somebody gave me creatine के somebody gave me creatine in 2000 and I believe 9-10 somebody gave me creatine. Yo how ठुलो हुन्छ I didn't know what the fuck it was. I took it.
I mean, he's not completely wrong.
Yeah. I
know.
Water retention is, but why do you need to?
No. My thing is, I didn't know what it was. Somebody gave it to me. I was like, sure, man. Why the hell not? I now when I think about it, man, what the hell was I doing? Maybe मैले पानी त्यतिखेर त्यो लेभलको पानी नखाइदिएको भए के हुन्थ्यो होला मलाई थाहा छैन नि त होइन के हुन्थ्यो होला होइन सो अहिले आएर हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ it takes you time रहेछ के now it is easier to know things like okay what are the supplements okay all right let's get into supplements what are the supplements that's good for you what are the supplements that's bad for you now you can easily research now supplement game मा पनि कतिजना मान्छेले के मलाई हैन त्यो मलाई चाहिँ personally I like supplements supplements in a sense there's no harm in taking protein and there's no either you take 10 eggs or you take a powder it's up to you होइन अमिनोको केसमा कुरा गर्दाखेरि पनि I enjoy taking amino acid it's fucking good for me because next day I'm not going to feel that sore हुन्छ नि मलाई थाहा छ नि त त्यो soreness कस्तो हुन्छ भनेर हैन so अलिकति if I take a little bit things हुन्छ नि these things are going to be good for my body it's okay तर अब मलाई balance गर्न आयो के now I know exactly what exercise I do and which muscle part is going to be affected हुन्छ नि हैन at that time when you're just starting off you really don't know you have no idea what you're doing at the gym and especially one thing that I'll never forget is you always look at the big guy
yeah for sure
then you look at yourself
no, I think that's even now अहिले पनि त्यस्तै हुन्छ you go to gyms even before you go to gym you already know about supplements and it's because of the marketing त्यसले गर्दाखेरि you don't know what exercise to do but you know protein you know about creatine you know amino त्यो थाहा हुन्छ अब त्यो supplement लिने नलिने चाहिँ आफ्नो choice हो I personally don't take supplements I feel like I'm happy where I am I can do यति छ मेरो limit I do it but if you are an athlete and you cannot recover because you have 6 hours of training then you have to sleep then you have to eat you cannot sustain with just normal food then you supplement the word itself is basically supplement
exactly
so it's after choice ho tara what the supplement companies have done is they pushed and then before you go to the gym you अब पहिला अब आई रिमेम्बर मेगा मासहरू अनि
Yeah, oh my god.
त्यो खाने बित्तिकै कत्रो हुन्छ भन्ने
सो आई थिङ्क लाइक अहिले त रिसर्च गर्न मिल्छ यो गर्न मिल्छ
Yeah.
अनि इफ यु वान लुज वेट देयर इज फ्याट बर्नर्स फ्याट ब्लास्टर्स केहरू हुन्छ तर यु सुड नो
ब्ल्याक पिल ब्लू पिल रेड पिल गड नोज येलो पिल्स
अनि देयर इज इन्फर्मेसन छ जिम जान अगाडि अथवा इफ एनी वान टेकिङ सप्लिमेन्ट दे सुड रियली लुक इन टु के छ भनेर अब त्यसमा प्रोप्राइटरी ब्लेन्ड भनेर राखेको हुन्छ के हो यु डोन्ट रियली नो अनि एथलिट हुँदाखेरि यु डु गेट सम अब भनौँ न टेस्टहरू गर्दाखेरि बाहिर जाँदाखेरि टेस्टमा अब इफ इट्स अ प्रोप्राइटरी ब्लेन्ड यु डोन्ट नो वाट्स इन इट यु माइट पप अप त्यो टेस्टमा
it might just come out.
Yeah, it might be a steroid and
Who knows what it is? For me personally, there are 2-3 supplements that I really enjoy because it has worked in my life. It
and
depends
it's easier when you take supplements.
Yeah, it's easier
So it's easier.
and with my lifestyle and it depends upon what I'm going to do. मैले 2 महिना जिमबाट ब्रेक ल्याएको छु भने म भोलिपल्ट ल 2 महिनापछि म जाँदाखेरि भोलिपल्ट म I'll load myself up with all the supplements and I'll go work out. No. First I'll go for a month. I'll see where I stand.
Yeah.
I'll see where I stand. मसँग ल मेरो कोर स्ट्रेन्थ चाहिँ कति रहेछ भनेर I'll figure that out and then if needed I'll add a little bit of protein. Maybe I'll add a few things. पहिला थाहा हुँदैन थियो
थाहा हुँदैन
Yeah, plus now it's on the like when you go to the gym, I think for everybody who goes to the gym, it's very important to know why you're there. Okay, why are you going to the gym? You know what I mean? A lot of people say, "I'll go there and I'll figure it out." I'll look at somebody and say, "I have a lot of clients say, hey, make me look like that." You know what I mean? If you're going to the gym to look a particular way, then I feel you're already in the wrong. Unless you're a bodybuilder, right? If you want to do bodybuilding, that's your profession. Perfectly fine, man. Focus on what your body looks like. But if you're not a professional bodybuilder, you're somebody who's just got a regular job, regular life, and you still go to the gym, you're making that investment in yourself, you're taking the time to go to the gym, you should know why you're going there.
Yeah.
What is your main target? Is it to get fitter, to lose weight, to gain weight? What is your target? And based on that target, then you can say, okay, do I need supplements? Do I not need supplements?
Yeah.
If you're going there to be an athlete, then yes, like Tony Bro just said, yeah, you're going to have to take supplements because you're working out 7-8 hours a day. You don't have time for enough recovery. But if you're there just to stay fit, then there are plenty of, like the supplements, you can get it from your natural foods as well.
Of course.
But then again, supplements is a good way of
Replacement.
just meal replacement boy. I know where you don't have to,
if
but you need to know. Okay?
Busy भएपछि like you're busy from running from one
That's
place to
the
the other.
only thing.
It's the
That's
easiest
the only
to
thing.
do.
That's the only thing. Being very honest with it, I want to be very clear on what I just said. Let's say I'm filming for something.
Yeah.
I'm filming something. Kehi specific छ जुन मैले गर्नुपर्छ हैन. Then of course I'm going to go ahead and eat 10 eggs.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I'm going to go ahead and add a protein powder on my workout because I want to get up to 75 kilos and I want to get there quick. If I want to get there quick, if I have got 90 days to go ahead and make that happen, of course I'm going to add everything.
True.
If I don't want to do nothing, I'm working 12-15 hours a day मज्जाले 8 घण्टा निन्द्रा पुगिरहेछ मेरो, then I don't need anything. त्यो 4-5 अन्डाले मलाई मज्जाले enough पुग्छ हुन्छ नि हैन. When you are starting off, you don't know that. Now it's so tricky. Now people are going to shove you all the supplements. यो पनि चाहिन्छ तिमीलाई, तिमी जिम आएछौ ल यो प्रोटिन त खानै पर्छ तिमीले, यो के अरे क्रिएटिन त खानै पर्छ तिमीले, यो के अमिनो तिमीले खानै पर्छ. God knows black pill, blue pill. Fucking have a glass of coffee before you go work out. That's the best. For me personally, pre-workout, that's the best pre-workout drink.
But I also feel like if you're really going to work out, coffee पनि चाहिँदैन क्या. All you gotta do is get your fucking ass to the gym and work out. You know what I mean? If you really want to work out. But if you're saying, oh, today I didn't have my coffee, I didn't have my pre-workout, I don't have my lucky underwear on, you're just making fucking excuses, bro. It's over for you. You're not gonna work out. You know what I mean?
त्यो सबै I think त्यो supplement लिने, यो coffee लिने, अब lucky underwear, that just becomes habit.
Oh.
It's just त्यो मैले यो गरिरहेको थिएँ अब यही गर्छु अनि that's my pattern. You wear that same गन्जी लाएर जिम जाने त्यस्तो हुन्छ. It's just a repetitive habit मात्र हुने हो.
And it's these things that keep people from actually going to the gym and actually working out. Okay? And हामीले त when we say it, it's like साला fitness professional यिनीहरूको जिममा मान्छे आउँछ यिनीहरूले भनिहाल्छन्. But at the end of the day, no one can deny the fact that working out is good for you. That fitness is something that you fucking need. And the things that keep you from going to the gym is stupid shit like this. Because you're always looking for a crutch where you can say, यसले गर्दा म जानु पाएन, त्यसले गर्दा म जानु. What are the two main reasons why people don't work out? One, people don't have enough time, right? When you ask people, there are two main reasons why they don't work out. One, I don't have enough time. And number two is, I have the time, I don't have the fucking motivation. This is the truth. कतिले त honestly भनिदिन्छ कि मैले झगडा छ म त गर्दिनँ यार bro भन्छ.
तर मोटिभेसन
पानी परिरहेछ आज.
Exactly.
So यो पानी पर्ने, let's say, it's raining, gym टाढा छ. त्यो motivation चाहिँ it doesn't come before, it comes after you start.
Exactly.
It never comes before. What you see, मैले यो देख्ने बित्तिकै motivate, that's not motivation. त्यो almost त्यो lost जस्तो हो.
त्यो short term adrenaline हो क्या, म एकछिन यो गर्छु.
अनि once you start, that's when the motivation comes, हैन. अनि same त्यो जिम जाँदाखेरि अब एक्सक्युजेसहरू के हुन्छ, it's your priorities-हरु हो. अनि going to the gym, working out is like a keystone habit. के हुन्छ भने जिम गइसकेपछि you make different choices. So let's say I didn't go to the gym, I was having 5 beers. Gym गइसकेपछि there will be a choice whether to drink 5 beers and then I know what's going to be tomorrow morning. Gym जान सक्छ कि सक्दैन. You'll make a choice ultimately. You'll sacrifice either one or the other, and it's what you're going to sacrifice. And अब gym गइसकेपछि you might not drink 5, maybe you'll cut down to 2 beers, 1 beer. So your habits will change once you start going to the gym.
So
instead of taking the lift, you might take the stairs. त्यो सानो सानो चेन्जहरुले गर्दाखेरि that's what fitness basically is, of being healthy is, हैन. So there is a lot of temptation अहिले पनि. Instead of taking the stairs, you take the lift. Instead of walking 5 minutes, you'll drive on your scooter, because अहिले त हामी हिँड्दैन. And if you in हाम्रो नेपालमा त नभनौँ, काठमाडौँमा there is a lot of privilege where people can walk in the morning. त्यो धेरै जस्तो बाहिर वेस्टर्न कन्ट्रीहरुमा त्यो वक भन्ने हुँदैन. It's either they go for a Saturday, Sunday hike. यहाँ चाहिँ every day you go out in the morning, बिहान अङ्कल आन्टीहरु they go for a walk, which is really good, and it's a privilege किनभने धेरै ठाउँमा यस्तो हुँदैन. तर त्योमा अब doing that for 30 minutes, 40 minutes is good, but is it enough to stay healthy? I know you've got 24 hours, 1 hour is less than 5% of your day. And you cannot recover that 95% with that 5%. So it's what you do in that other 95%. And in gym जाँदाखेरि you make small changes, and I think that makes a big difference.
We get this a lot. Like I got a lot of people writing to me, how do you stay? How can one stay motivated to keep going to the gym? How can one keep? You can't be motivated to keep going to the gym. Are you motivated to brush your teeth twice in the day? It's not fucking motivation, bro.
Something
it's
you
habit.
have to do.
You do it.
Exactly. You have to make it your lifestyle. It has to be a part of your daily fucking life. And people say, should I work out 3 times a day, 4 times a day? There's no, you know what I mean? Okay, you're gonna work out 3 times a day. Which 3 days? Right? Are you gonna go straight 3 or are you gonna go alternate? Shut the fuck up. Work out every day if you can. Work out as much as you can. Right? It's not about 3 days, 4 days, 2 days, 6 days. No. If you're doing it for fitness, to have a good, healthy life, right? Then work out every day. Now, when people come in, they say, oh, fitness. The sad thing is, if you go up to 10 people and you ask them what fitness is, probably 9 of them won't be able to tell you. What is fitness? Like, if I asked you, what is fitness? What is fitness, right? There's no definite answer to fitness. Exactly. A CrossFit answer is quite a... you could take that answer. I know they've made a very strong point with that constantly very high intensity functional movements. That's fitness one. But if you ask me, what is fitness one? Unless you're like an athlete or a model, somebody getting ready for something, fitness is the ability to stay healthy for as long as you want, right? The goal should always be, when I'm 80 years old, why do I work out? Why do I go to the gym? Why do I put in all this effort? It's not to look a certain way or to kick somebody's ass or to, be better than anybody. It's so that when I'm 80 years old, I'm not eating out of a pipe and fucking pissing out of another one. You know what I mean? I don't want to be a burden to my kids, to my grandkids.
Exactly.
When I'm 80, I want to be fucking badass, bro. I want to walk to the toilet.
Hell yeah.
And I want to take a piss. I want to come back and now tell the young ones, you ain't shit. That's what I want to be when I'm 80. So that's the whole goal, okay? And what you do now, the investment you make in your body, and make no mistake about it, it is a fucking investment.
It is
Every
definitely.
day you go and you work out, it's a fucking investment you're making.
True.
And that investment will pay dividends in your later stage.
Lifestyle.
Because if you're not doing it now, trust me, man, we're young, relatively.
Almost.
Exactly. So we're young and we feel like we can fucking get through anything. But that anything becomes a little bit harder every passing year.
Your recovery decreases.
Exactly.
I feel it. I'm going to be very honest with you.
I know, but I'm young. You go out Friday night, you work out Saturday, you go out Saturday night. You can use Monday, you're still fine. Now you go out Friday, you're like, your rest of the weekend is done.
You're done, man. You're done. The day...
as you grow older, it's recovery what goes down. You might be still stronger.
Yeah.
You might still be able to do things that you were doing before.
Yeah.
But it takes a shit ton of time to recover.
No doubt on that. I feel it, man. I wish I had... Once in a blue moon, once a year, fuck, I wish I was 20 in my 20s. I could do this so easily.
Yeah, for sure.
I could do this so easily. मैले त्यो दुईचोटि सोच्नु पनि पर्दैन थियो हुन्छ नि होइन अहिले in my 30s मैले त्यो पर्खालबाट ज्याम हाल्नु अगाडि पनि I have to think के let me do it अलिकति मिलाएर होइन if I break my bones
consequenceहरू थाहा हुन्छ नि त
oh if I break my bones I'm done I cannot work for so many days होइन I cannot do so many things होइन 20s मा you never think
Same,
about it
like we go mountain biking होइन अहिले we try and go mountain biking every weekend जाँदाखेरि अब भर्खरको केटाहरूले जम्पहरू यत्तिकै हानिदिन्छ and we are like holy you just go on the side
when they jump, if they fall, they're fine in a week, man. If we fall, we're fucked for a while.
We're done, man. We're
त्यो
done.
consequence ले गर्दाखेरि you're like ठिकै छ
biggest thing in my life, one of the hardest things in my life, होइन hardest one of the के भन्नु this was the hardest fucking thing I've ever done in my life is quit smoking. I'm not lying to you. यति गाह्रो भयो किनभने it was my favorite habit. मेरो फेभरेट बानी नै स्मोकिङ मलाई यति मनपर्ने होइन मलाई चुरोट पिउन जस्तो यति मनपर्ने होइन इफ आई हेड अ चोइस आई वोन्ट ब्रिथ म्यान आई स्मोक सिगरेट्स बिकज आई लाइक इट मलाई त्यो एन्जोय के आई एन्जोयड इट सो मच बिकज इट वाज माई फ्रेन्ड it never left me. It was with me all the time. Right? And if I ran out of it, I could always buy more of it. It is so addictive that I just can't explain it to words. You've smoked.
Yeah, I understand, man. And I also feel like, see, the thing with, I used to smoke too, and I used to do almost every fucking thing under the earth, you know what I mean? And the day I quit smoking and the day I quit all of that is the day I realized that I actually like myself the way I am. You know what I mean? I don't need a cigarette to make me feel better. I don't need alcohol to make me feel different. Like, the way I am when I wake up, I like who I am. And the people that excessively drink and excessively smoke, deep down inside, they're not completely happy with who they are. Which is why they have...
cycleबाटै निक्लिन सक्दैन
Exactly. Because they want to be someone else when they're drunk. You know what I mean? And that's what fucks you up.
अहिले when you don't smoke, you see yourself when you were smoking. अहिले चाहिँ you feel like, you know, you even tell other people, stop smoking. Because you know the high that you're getting out of not smoking.
Exactly.
I advocated right here. That's the only thing fucking I advocate all the time in this podcast. Do whatever the hell you want to do in your life, but one thing that do not pick it up is smoking. There are very few reasons behind it. Let me just say a few things. One thing is, I still remember the first day I picked up a cigarette. I still remember that first moment I picked up a cigarette. I still remember who taught me how to smoke a cigarette. होइन त्यो कहिले पनि बिर्सिँदैन रहेछ क्या त्यो कुरा हुन्छ नि होइन र त्यो फर्स्ट त्यो the release of dopamine that you get I'll never forget that in my life such a great feeling from that day on you're fucking hooked and I still remember the last day when I was like okay this is the day I'm gonna be done it's hathi pole थियो के I could feel my after all nighter partying and smoking maybe 30 cigarettes because when you're drinking you fucking don't know you just maybe I smoke you smoke it's always there it's always there and the more you chuck down that tequila or the more you're gonna go ahead and throw it out there and next morning when you wake up trust me you know हुन्छ नि होइन त्यो छाती भारी हुन्छ नि होइन
try going for a 5K run after that
I'll die bro होइन मलाई चाहिँ के रियलाइज हुन्थ्यो भने त्यो एउटा my cycle the same cycle when I was smoking and I went up the hill होइन र त्यही same cycle मा after 1 month 1 month I'm not even talking about like a whole bloody year 1 month of not smoking and went up that hill again होइन on the same gears on the same setting I felt it so now when I do my chest x-ray I'm not worried at all हुन्छ नि होइन so when I did my chest x-ray the doctor told me it's been 3 years it's back to pink it's back to pink and that was the best thing I heard it's back to pink man you're fine in another few years non-smoker barabar हुन्छ काठमाडौँको pollution चाहिँ छँदैछ होइन that is there you can't really change it but back to normal man you're fine हुन्छ नि so that is something that I really 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 cherish now when I think about it and I don't want anybody else that I know to go ahead and pick up cigarettes especially my young friends
you look at the younger ones and it's just scary like as an athlete perspective but now that I'm old and fucking retired I look at young guys out there 16 17-year-old kids with cigarettes in their hands and I'm thinking man you're like I was doing the same shit when I was that age right but I'm thinking like man you really got to quit that because it's so bad for you in the long run it's so bad for you especially now with the coronavirus and everything that happened I hope that now people at least understand the importance of being fit and healthy, man. Because it's been like overlooked for so long. I feel like in all this, we've all missed the fucking point here, okay, bro? I really feel like we've missed the point. The coronavirus is COVID-19, right? So we're in 21. So about 2 years. I know. Like we've been facing this. SARS, COVID-19, we've been battling for two and a half years. But the human race has been battling viruses, diseases, plagues, and every fucking thing since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
And how did we beat it? How did we make it for 200 fucking thousand years to this point where we are right now? It's through our own immune system. Right? And how do you boost your immune system? You get in the sun, you drink water, you sleep well, and you fucking exercise.
Basically, a plant.
It's not rocket science, man.
Back in the day when we were cavemen, I know we didn't need to worry about all these things because we got shit ton of sun. We got shit ton of sun. I know. Organic
food.
Organic food. We didn't have to worry about jack shit. And we worked out all the time and we got shit ton of sun. I'm gonna come to another thing. I know which I've said this in the podcast, and I don't know how much you guys follow this or not. This thing changed my life. It completely changed my life. Completely changed my life. If I was not taking this supplement, I wouldn't be able to do this fucking podcast. It's vitamin D. I'm on high dose of vitamin D. I'm on super high dose of vitamin D from the beginning. I heard that COVID-19 was here. I know COVID. I don't know about other people. I know COVID-19 आयो भनेपछि मार्चमा गएर चाहिँ one of the first things that I did was I boosted up vitamin C, vitamin D. I boosted up my intake of multivitamins. होइन झ्याम्झुम मैले boost गराइदिएँ होइन. And then what I did was I went and got myself tested. So I tested myself. So I test myself every 6 months for vitamin D. What's my level भनेर होइन. Right now I'm on a good solid 55. First day मैले मार्चमा गएर टेस्ट गराउँदाखेरि my level was 29. Which is out of 100, 29 is not deficient, it's insufficient. होइन deficient भनेको चाहिँ एउटा certain threshold है 20 भन्दा तल के त्यस्तै कतिमा चाहिँ insufficient रहेछ होइन 29. So I take one tablet every day to boost my vitamin D intake होइन because I don't go out in the sun, not as much as I want. होइन
The majority of the population त्यो जान्दै जान्दैन अनि तिनीहरू अब like me, like Raul, like a lot of the people, most of them are vitamin deficient.
I got myself tested. Every 6 months I get myself tested and I'm on a good threshold of 50-55. Again, I have a health consultant. I have a doctor who definitely recommends me what's good and what's bad. I'm not doing it on my own. Of course, there are people who are telling me what to do. And I get myself tested every 6 months and I'm on a good solid state. And vitamin D, practically, I'm not lying to you boys, it changed my life.
I don't doubt it, man. Apparently, if you... I don't know. Apparently, if you leave your balls out in the sun for 20 minutes every day, then your fucking testosterone just goes up through the roof. I'm not saying, I don't want to say anybody like, the balls out and shit. But apparently, that's how good the sun is for you. So, 15 minutes of your balls in the sun and your testosterone is just fucking 300% higher.
Holy shit, man.
Every day.
I need to go up in the balcony of my house, man.
That's what I've heard. So, yeah, man, vitamin D, of course, that's something we don't get, like bro said, we don't
nobody fucking talks about it. No, in the विदेशमा छ पडकास्टमा कुरा गर्ला विदेशमा हैन मान्छेले हैन विदेशमा हजार थोक हैन हाम्रोमा छैन के
छैन तर यो कोभिडमा पनि there is no अब there was a lot of restriction and अब त्यो सबै बन्द थियो हैन अनि जिम्सहरु पनि बन्द थियो exercise. I think to boost your immune system कुरा गरे जस्तो even they were locked down, exercise should have been allowed.
Yeah, man.
It's not important physically, it's mentally पनि एकदम important छ.
100%.
I'll give you a good example, Tony. Sorry to cut you off. When the country is being run by 60 plus year olds, 70 plus year olds, 80 plus year olds,
and exercise
what is the priority?
Exercise mental clarity even they got to work out.
Both of you guys, you're willing to go ahead and give free classes to our leaders?
Bro, I'm willing to give free classes to anybody who wants to actually learn. But when I say actually learn, right now, if you look at it, I run Gymkhana and everything. I've got my clients. I've got all of that, right? If you ask me how many students I have 2 students. I train 2 people only. And I don't want money or anything out of these 2 people. The reason I train my 2 students, 2 girls, and they're really young, the reason I train them is because I set a high standard for people that I train. I expect a lot from them. And when they can't deliver more, because fuck, I've given 12 years of my life to my art. You know what I mean? This art that I have learned over the course of my years through blood, sweat, and tears, literally, when you're smashing ribs and breaking your foot, God knows how many times, and all of that. Why would I just go and give it to somebody who doesn't want to listen? Who doesn't want to, will be like, in through one ear, out through the other. If I'm going to give my life's work to somebody, that person better be fucking grateful to learn.
Yeah.
And if they want to, and they're grateful. I would be more than happy, man. But it's got to go my way. When I say 5 push-ups, that means 5 fucking push-ups.
There's some of the world leaders that I know. Some of the world leaders. I'm not going to talk about. Well, we got 200 plus countries in the world. Some of the world leaders actually work out. Okay? Doesn't matter the age. Doesn't matter the age.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter the age.
Oh.
गएर एक्सरसाइज गर्ने भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ त्यो उमेरसँग मतलब हुँदैन रहेछ.
I think
you guys know this better.
The older you get, the more exercise you need.
Yeah.
But let's take any example. But when we get to our 60s, 70s, त्यो गर्नु हुन्न, जिउले दिँदैन. You need to do more because you need to condition your body. Your body is basically like a machine. त्यसलाई oil गरेन भने त त्यो त खिँदै जान्छ. So you need more. Maybe your strength will go down, maybe your conditioning will go down, but you still need to mobilize your body. You still need to keep moving, and that is the most important part. मैले नि train गराउँदाखेरि, you can develop strength, you can develop conditioning. If you don't have mobility, you're fucked.
Zoom into that. Look at Vladimir Putin.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
This is your young Jamie pulled this up.
We call him Mr. X here.
Mr. X.
Look at that shit. Look at that.
He's gangster, man. Like,
There you
in
go.
terms of fitness, like I don't know much about politics and stuff, but in terms of just at his age, the shape he's in and all of that.
Look at that.
Yeah, he's a jiu-jitsu and judo fan.
के छ यसको? जुडो होइन उसको?
यसले त्यो सिकाएको भिडियो पनि अस्ति आइरहेको थियो नि, केमा भाइरल भइरहेको थियो.
त्यो खोल्दा घोडामाथि बसेको खोल्दा घोडामाथि होइन लेफ्टमा जाँदा
त्यो घोडामा त्यो त iconic
क्लासिक
Look at that.
यसको कति मेमै छ नि.
Look at that. There you go. That's a man's man. होइन what's के अरे यसले सिकाएको होइन त्यो एउटा थियो नि. Holy shit, there's a video of Putin. नेपालीमा भन्नु पर्यो यार फेरि. I don't know, they're gonna go and like spy and shit. There's a video of Putin होइन where he's के भन्छ त्यसलाई ट्याकल गरेको थियो कि यसले हुन्छ नि होइन. Shit man, there's a video. त्यही भिडियो बनायो नि. फुच्चेलाई सिकाउनेवाला होइन. Find out. Let's go ahead and show that. के भन्छ Raul, what are you saying?
Sorry, I forgot. I've been hit in the head like for the past 12 years of my life, man. I don't remember things very well.
Tell me something though. I wanted to understand this. When you get okay, I didn't know why these fighters have this weird ear. Okay?
Cauliflowers.
होइन अनि मैले जहिले पनि होइन again हुन्छ नि I've hosted a few fights for you as well होइन अनि I always thought about it के रहेछ यिनीहरूको
तिनीहरूलाई बाटोमा भेट्यो
खबिब खोल्दा होइन McGregor खोले पनि हुन्छ.
Don't fuck with somebody with cauliflower ears.
You stay away बाटोमा
के अरे कसको छ सबसे बेस्ट एक्जाम्पल कसको दिनु McGregor खोले पनि हुन्छ.
Yeah, I mean everybody, all the high level fighters, they have cauliflower ears. At least your MMA fighters, your jiu-jitsu fighters, and your
hold on, what's
grapplers.
this? That's Putin?
यही हो.
Yeah.
टिप्सहरू दिएर
pull over a picture of McGregor. So what's that? That's like when I had no idea. So once you get hit again and again and again and again.
To grapple गर्दाखेरि it's just basically so your ear just basically goes that way and crack and rupture and then the blood clots out there. Okay, so basically you can get rid of that cauliflower ear if you want, man.
It takes time.
त्यस्तो लाग्दैन. You can get rid of it, or you can just wear ear puffs that kind of.
Yeah, zoom into the first. Zoom in. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So you just do not go near anybody who has this.
Yeah, basically don't fuck with someone.
them.
Yeah, they would probably pick you up and dunk you on your ass like.
Yeah, make them your friends.
Oh, they wouldn't probably hit you or anything. More likely to not hit you. They wouldn't hit you. So wrestlers have this typically. It's in wrestlers एकदमै common कुरा हो because they're always grappling, the ears are always involved. त्यसले गर्दा हुने कुरा हो. But basically, I mean, wrestlers, if you ask me, bro, the strongest people on earth are wrestlers. Yeah?
And I'll add to that, some of the strongest people on earth who are wrestlers, or some of the strongest people on earth are some of the nicest people in this world.
For sure. Yeah.
Because they know what humility is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
But then strength is also a matter of what is strength भन्ने कुरा आयो नि त. And everybody talks about strength. It's like the most common nowadays. Everything is strength. But what is strength? If you can lift 400 kilos, but there's like a 60 kilo guy who would beat the crap out of you in a minute, then who's strong? That guy is probably never going to lift that weight. Yeah. But who's really strong? Strength, again, it's like fitness. Yeah.
Perspective. After
perspective, okay, bro. So it's like, I always say, man, don't chase short-term goals in fitness. Okay? Yeah. All of these things are short-term goals, unless you are an athlete. Let me make that clear.
The general population like that, it's health and wealth.
Exactly.
You're okay. All right. Let me add into this. Right? Let's just go to Amir Khan. Amir Khan. Okay, for example, there's a movie Amir Khan did. I don't want to talk about all the heroes. There's a movie Amir Khan did where he's super fat. He ate Dangal. He ate everything. This thing. He ate all the food in the world. Samosa, bloody God knows what all he ate. Fat as fuck. He did that. He did the being fat scene before. सबै गऱ्यो नि त उसले फ्याट हुने फ्याट हुने सिन उसले पहिला सबै गऱ्यो उसले होइन पहिला मोटायो ऊ होइन सबै मोटायो नि त होइन सबै सिन सकाइसकेपछि चाहिँ उसलाई मोटिभेसन चाहियो अब अफकोर्स उसको एउटा सिन बाँकी छ त्यहाँ होइन वेयर इज सुपर फिट होइन सो त्यो आई डोन्ट नो आई माइट बी रङ हियर इफ देयर इज अ 10 सेकेन्डको उसको सिन छ क्या एउटा होइन मुभीमा वेयर इज फिट एज हेल होइन
Isn't he like 80 years old?
No, he's not 80. He must be like, I don't know, 50 something.
हामी सानो हुँदाखेरि नि हिरो थियो
हो त
That's insane, man.
होइन सो अहिले आएर हेर्दै उसले 10 सेकेन्डको सिनको लागि अफकोर्स he worked out a lot and he became that but he did all of that in 3 to 4 months.
Then he must have had some Mexican supplements.
So just saying, not everybody can do what he does because he's an entertainer.
He's got time, he's got money, he's got professionals.
A lot of juice.
And
a lot of juice.
Mexican supplement.
There's a Mexican steak in there.
People should get motivated from that one.
I think what the media अब यो यस्तो फिल्महरुमा देख्दाखेरि चाहिँ अनि इम्प्रेसन हुन्छ के हैन सो त्यो देखिसकेपछि आई वान्ट टु बी लाइक दैट बट you neither have the Mexican supplement अनि you have to be a little cynical चाहिँ हुनुपर्छ
That's not what people need to be. Good on him, man. He's an entertainer. He knows his art.
And probably going from अब त्यो मोटो
देखि there you go. That's it. And he got a lot of help, Nita. He got some of the best people in the world helping him out to create that. You cannot get that in 3 months. If you're a normal human being.
But that's not what you want, man. Like, to be honest, there's this fitness professional. I forget his name. There's a very simple fitness test for a general person, right? You sit on your ass, flat on the ground, and when you stretch, you need to be able to reach to extend your fingers at least 5 inches beyond your toes.
Okay.
You get what I mean? Yeah. That's your basic fitness test. And the reason why you need that is because it's flexibility. Why you need flexibility is because majority of people who don't turn up to work nowadays, corporate world, is because their back is shut. Right? And the back is shut because they're sitting on their ass so much. Now the stomach's not doing anything. The stomach on the muscle. Now this muscle is doing jack shit because you're sitting. So then now who's working overtime? Your back muscle. Now when your back muscle is working overtime, you drop something, you pick it up, and then boom, you're fucked. You know what I mean? And that's flexibility and that's fitness. That's so important. But this is not the goal. The goal is
this is not the goal.
The goal is to move around, do what you want to be able to do, not have like restrictions. Obviously, let's take you climb up 5 flights of stairs, and 5 tala mathi gayo. Obviously, out of breath, you can develop. You can increase that in time if you keep doing it over and over again. But if you're not mobile, there's no way you're going to be able to do that.
You're finished, man.
Don't get us wrong. A lot of people watching this will be like, oh, what the fuck do you mean? If you've got a body like that and you can do all of that,
it's great, man. No, that's what I'm saying.
Amazing.
It's great. It's great. He's an entertainer. People need to... This is one thing that I always want to say is, these are entertainers. They're doing a specific art for our entertainment.
Exactly.
They are pushing the limits to the highest core. The Rock does not... do you think in this life Rock needs to bloody work anymore? The Rock has more money and more power than anybody else I know. But he puts in the effort because he's an entertainer.
Exactly.
He's a motivator.
Usko brand hi त्यही हो.
अब instead of त्यही अघिको फोटोमा instead of the body नभएर हैन यतिकै normal मान्छे भयो भने त it's anybody can do it.
I look at Rock के हुन्छ नि हैन, that's his brand. That like what he said, that's what he does. And he's a motivator too. He doesn't need to go to the bloody gym like fucking 4 hours a day, 5 hours a day, but he does it because that is who he is. Usko case mein pani थियो, he's an entertainer. That's why he's doing it. But that's something that not everybody can do, and not everybody should like head on towards that path. Jasto लाग्छ Like what you guys are saying, stay fit. For me right now, I'm happy that all my organs are fit. Like what? Like what you said, Raul. Hand it over to you. Like what you said, like what both of you guys said. It's a machine. I'm working out for my future. So that म 80 वर्ष पुग्दाखेरि, I loved what both of you guys said. 80 वर्ष पुग्दाखेरि चाहिँ I need to be able to have my body working, functioning right.
And that'll keep my dignity when I'm old. Nobody wants somebody holding you while you're taking a piss, you know what I mean? But that's where you're going. That's where everybody goes, eventually.
And you know what somebody's going to say? Maybe I'm going to die before that.
Well, exactly. That's what I said. So it's a privilege to be able to grow old, to be able to play with grandkids. Now I look at my parents and I look at my sister who's got a kid. And I see them playing with their grandkid. And I understand, like, when I was younger, I didn't understand it so much. But now as I get older, I understand that growing old is a privilege. And to a privilege, then you should be able to enjoy. Okay?
Yeah.
At that age, if you're just bedridden and you can't go out and play with your grandkids, play with the people you love, and spend time in the sun and, you know, watch the sunset and shit like that, you know, all the corny things that people talk about. Like, as you get older, I mean, we all
Those
know
make
this.
sense,
Yeah,
you
it
know?
makes a lot of sense, you know, and that's what it's all about.
I agree with you, man, totally. And I want to talk a little bit about pump as well. I don't, again, Malai, I feel, I follow both your gyms. I follow both of you guys all on social media and everywhere. And I feel so shit sometimes. Fuck, man. I try to take out a good solid 1 hour of my day. And I take out 1 hour of my day. I wish I could take out more, but with, man,
Things
all the
going on.
thousands of things that I'm doing at the moment, I just can't. So I look at everything that you guys do, even at Gymkhana. There's thousands of things happening. I wish, man, I had time to go out and learn boxing properly. I look at yours and I wish to बिहान त्यो के अरे ज्ञान मण्डलामा तल सबैजनालाई राखेर गर्छन् तिमीहरूले हैन. Lord knows what that is. But I wish I had time to go ahead and do that. But त्यो कहिलेकाहीँ चाहिँ के हुँदो रहेछ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ you can take out certain time and as older you get, you want to do it according to your timetable. Okay.
Yes.
त्यो पनि द्याट इज अल्सो नट ब्याड जस्तो लाग्न थाल्यो कि मलाई अहिले आएर हुन्छ नि मेरो टाइम टेबलमा मलाई केटर गरेर चाहिँ मैले के पाउन सक्छु त होइन त्यो चाहिँ एटलिस्ट अहिले आएर चाहिँ ल काठमाडौँको हिसाबले चाहिँ एटलिस्ट त्यो चाहिँ पाउन सकिएको छ कि द्याट इज समथिङ द्याट आई रियली लाइक हुन्छ नि होइन बट आई लभ वाट यु गाइज आर डुइङ एज वेल हुन्छ नि होइन वाट्स द फिडब्याक द्याट यु गाइज गेट फ्रम पिपल वेन यु केटर देम हुन्छ नि अकर्डिङ टु योर कस्टमाइज्ड प्रोग्राम्स के आई वान्ट टक अ लिटिल बिट अबाउट प्रोग्राम्स एज वेल
So when you first come to pump, आउँदाखेरि first thing is machineहरू कहाँ छ? That's the first question. That's the first question we get, and it's a hard sell, and so we basically say you are the machine. You need to train your body to be a machine. Yeah. Everything else is just a tool. Regardless, त्यो छ छैन. They'll say treadmill खै, and we go running outside. त्यही हो treadmill. And stairmaster, you walk up and down the stairs. Literally त्यही भन्छ, and it's a hard sell. So people don't really buy into that because our status quo, comfort, they prefer machines, and it's a lot easier. You go to a conventional gym, not the conventional gym is good as well. Even I like it. You go to the conventional gym, you get a beginner coming in, everything is set. You'll say, Guru, आज के गरौँ? यो 4 चोटी, यो 4 चोटी, यो 5 चोटी, यो 6 चोटी. That's it. It's enough. That when a naya person comes to a gym to pump, we have to give a lot of time to that person to learn how to do things. यसरी गर्ने उसरी गर्ने because it's very dynamic हुन्छ होइन you're moving your body. If you don't move it correctly, you have load on your back or whatever you're doing, you might injure yourself. But if you're in a machine, you're sitting down, you don't really have to think of anything, and it's very easy for beginners to start off with machines instead of say starting off with like just basic body weight movements.
Yeah, I'm one of those people.
Machines are good, and it comes from like our rehab background but आउँछ. When like someone gets injured or something, physiotherapy त्यसबाट मेसिनबाट आउने हो and it just grew into this अब त्यो जिममा गयो म बडी बिल्डिङ त्यस्तोतिर गयो like we are changing pump to add a little bit of machines, this and that, because it makes our life easier, and it's easy to explain to people that don't know what gym is. किनभने बाहिर you go in पार्कमै जिम हुन्छ, there'll be few pull-up bars, few dip bars, and that's how we started pump ma. There was basically a pull-up bar, dip bar, अनि टायर थियो, hammer थियो, केही पनि थिएन. So त्यसरी सुरु गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ we've evolved to understand that to cater to big of a population, you need to add some machines so they can associate, and slowly you can take them to whatever I feel is good for to move around.
Yeah.
So suru garदाखेरि you can start with machines. As you get stronger, you slowly like take him towards
free weights, functional movements,
which you use every day, like to pick up things, to throw things. And त्यस्तोको लागि
मलाई two things that I love the most wherever I travel. I'm about to travel. Two things I'm going to carry with me: rope rest and band. That's it, man. I'm done. I don't want to. I want to stay 70 kilos. I want to make sure that अलिकति भए पनि triceps टिकिरहोस् मेरो हैन. So I just do that and I'm fit. I look somewhat fit, and I know that my organs are doing great. Okay, that is way more important to me than everything else. If my organs are fine, I'm perfectly happy.
I think अब त्यो फिटनेस इन्डस्ट्रीले दे अब माथि हाल्ने नै सिक्स प्याक त्यस्तोहरू हाल्छ हैन. We all go to the gym. None of us have six pack, but we're fit. अनि त्यो हाल्ने चाहिँ it creates a lot of के भन्छ त्यो bad relationship with workouts, with your food, and एकदम self obsessive पनि हुन्छ. Because you're working to get that six pack, which is, I would say, not a very healthy place to be with six pack. If you've got six pack, and you can do everything, you're healthy, well and good. The majority of the population, they have to work extra hard. Cut this, cut that, cut this, and you're not living a happy life. You go out with friends, you can't do anything.
Yeah. If I want to go ahead and have that dosa, forget about it.
No, you gotta live your life, man.
You can't live your life. You can't live your life. You're living for that six pack, and it's all for like a picture. And is that fitness? It is a performance. If you go into bodybuilding, the performance ones.
For me personally, if you're going for look, it's I don't know. If you're going for look, if you're going for look, look is very important,
Gym there is either weight loss or for the look.
For the look,
and once you start working out, I'm explain when you work out, if you're working out every day or whenever you're working out, the look is a byproduct. If you're a fighter, the fighter doesn't go to get a six pack. He goes to fight. A footballer Cristiano Ronaldo shirt खोल्दाखेरि he's got a six pack. Because he works out in that football, कति घण्टा workout गर्छ, राम्रो खाना खान्छ, and that body is a byproduct. He doesn't work out to get that body. So त्यो चाहिँ अब बिस्तारै बुझ्दै गइसकेपछि
खाना मिलाउनु पर्ने रहेछ के. जस्ट लुक होस्, जेसुकै होस् हैन. If you cannot control your food, if you this is a very personal story, हैन. In my family, somebody in my family, हैन, I'm just going to leave it to that, हैन. We didn't realize it, हैन. एक दिन एकदमै बिरामी पर्नु भयो के, हैन. अनि we had to take the person to an emergency, हैन. अनि एकदम बिरामी पर्नु भयो, अनि we had to take her to the emergency, हैन. अनि सबै टेस्ट गर्यो, हैन. सबै टेस्ट गरिसकेपछि all in माथि सबै टेस्ट गरिसकेपछि what we realized was cholesterol was high. Cholesterol was high. Cholesterol high, there's a lot of things that happen in your body. Your blood pressure goes like spikes up crazy. अनि हामीले रियलाइज नगरेको कुरा के रहेछ भन्दाखेरि यो पर्सनले चाहिँ हैन चिया खाने. सो इमेजिन यु बिन ड्रिङ्किङ टी फर द लङ्गेस्ट टाइम, हैन. चिया त खान्छ नि त, हामी सबैजना चिया खान्छ नि त, हैन. चियामा 3 कप चिनी हालेर खाने रहेछ के, दिनको 4 चोटि.
Oh jeez.
It's a lot of sugar.
What?
You don't realize it.
Bro, that's worse than cocaine.
Yeah. So here you go. You don't realize it, right? You don't know. Because गुलियो त मन पर्छ मलाई. मैले अरु के पनि खाछन् फेरि, अरु के पनि नखाने फेरि. अरु के पनि नखाने, हैन. So everything organic, healthy, all good, but चिनी चाहिँ मज्जाले खाइदिने, हैन. Because you like sugar. हैन. त्यो रियलाइज नहुने रहेछ कति जनालाई हुन्छ नि, हैन. So you have to really understand what you're putting inside here, at the end of the day.
अब वर्कआउट गर्ने नि इट्स द इजी पार्ट, हैन. लाइक फुटबल खेल्ने, क्रिकेट खेल्ने, रनिङ जाने, इट्स इजी. द हार्ड पार्ट इज द डायट. इफ यु क्यानट आउट ट्रेन अ डायट, अब फर भनौँ मेजोरिटी अफ द पपुलेसन दे हेभ सोसियल इभेन्ट्सहरू हुन्छ, यो हुन्छ, बियरसेर खान्छ, रमाइलो गर्छ, एन्ड यु वर्किङ आउट, देयर विल बी चेन्ज इन यर बडी वेन यु वर्क आउट. इट जस्ट मेक्स इट लिल बिट इजियर टु गेट टु द्याट पोइन्ट, हैन. तर अब वर्कआउट गर्दा गर्दा इफ यु डोन्ट लुक आफ्टर यर डायट, यु नट गोना गेट much further. So if you want to get to a place where you are comfortable, happy with, you have to cut down your food, or you have to look at what you're eating. And a lot of us don't know what we're eating. We just basically अगाडि के छ त्यही खाएर हुन्छ. अनि मेन त आँखाले खाएर हुन्छ, अगाडि देख्ने बित्तिकै.
एउटा एक्जाम्पल दिन्छु, हैन. There is a organization that I'm kind of I advocate for a few things, हैन. अनि त्यहाँ चाहिँ के थियो भन्दाखेरि पारस खड्का, we all know Paras, हैन. I hope I can say this on behalf of Paras, हैन. Parasको फ्यामिलीमा चाहिँ हैन, not everybody is as tall as Paras के, होइन अनि पारसले भनेको के भनेको थियो भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ when he was growing up he was given a different के भन्छ त्यो फर्मुला जस्तो हुन्छ नि होइन not the regular milk हुन्छ नि त्यो फर्मुला milk and that's maybe that was one of the reasons why I spiked up भनेर उसले भनेको थियो होइन so sometimes it's certain foods even with kids as well के दिनुपर्ने रहेछ कि मलाई के दामी लाग्छ थाहा छ I'll give you a simple example मलाई हाम्रो समय बजी सेट दामी लाग्छ क्या मलाई पर्सनली that's one of my favorite go to food के हुन्छ नि होइन it has everything in it के चिउरा बारा साग मासु भटमास यो त्यो सबै त छ नि त त्यसमा होइन that is what our ancestors ate के दाल भात भनौँ न amazing food होइन if you do not put a pile of rice and eat it हुन्छ नि होइन it is one of the best foods in this planet के so balanced diet होइन समय बजी दाल भात we have such amazing diets when you think about it if we can just control it and eat it I don't think we need anything else
the problem is this bro it's like one, there's too many fucking coaches. Am I wrong, bro? There's too many fucking coaches.
Even your friends are coaches.
Everybody's a fucking coach, bro. Everybody is a fucking coach. Everybody goes to training. I don't understand. What are you training for? Like a debate in the sauna? You know how people say, you're going to work out. You're not training. There's nothing wrong with it. You're not an athlete. You are simply working out. Someone who's an athletes sacrifice so much, man. It's too easily फालिदिन्छ क्या coach, athlete भन्ने word हुन्छ नि people just fucking throw it around. It doesn't sit well with me हुन्छ नि do what you want, but at the end of the day I know what real athletes actually put in to become an athlete. Everybody says, I'm training. You're not training, you're working out. You're not an athlete. In your head, because you might think you have athletic abilities, does not mean the world recognizes you as a fucking athlete. You know what I mean? अब coachहरू धेरै भयो, information धेरै भयो, everybody has a fucking opinion. You know what they say about opinions and assholes, right?
Yeah.
So
everyone's got
exactly right. So everybody, but it's so simple, and everybody overcomplicates diet. Okay? Diet is one of the most complicated things that you'll ever find in the fitness industry. But it's really simple if you dumb it down. Don't eat for weight loss or for weight gain. Eat for nutrition. That's it. Unless you are a competing real athlete, you know, don't eat for weight loss, weight gain. None. You don't need that. Eat for nutrition and exercise. A lot of people think, "I'm diet control गर्छु मैले exercise नगरी हुन्छ भनेर सोच्छ क्या."
हुँदैन.
It's not happening. There's people who were obese, started running, right? Started running 5 kilometers a day. After a month, they gained 6 pounds, but lost 8 inches. Why? Because muscle takes up less space than fat and weighs heavier than fat.
Yeah.
Right? So basically, this is what matters, Nita. The number on your scale doesn't matter. And at the end of the day, if you're just dieting and you're not exercising, the number on the scale may go down, but your health and your fitness is not necessarily coming up. You know what I mean? So eat only for nutrition, not for gaining or losing, unless your job, your life, your whatever requires you to do that. And so it's very simple. Okay? And don't listen to the 1,000 bro coaches that are out there. You know, if alikati research gare bhane, you can actually understand. Afno body, who knows your body better than you do? Nobody. Not even the highest trained doctors will know your body better than you do.
Yeah.
Right?
Except afne.
Oh. So you know what your body needs, what your body doesn't need, man. Like I used to do 2 coffees in a day, morning and evening. Honestly, I realized when I don't do the evening coffee, I actually feel a lot better during my workout.
Yeah.
It's weird. I actually do feel a lot better. So then I cut off my coffee.
That's best for you.
Exactly. And I don't need a fucking doctor. I don't need... Sorry, I don't mean fucking doctor. Gary Hansa, a lot of people watch your show, man. A lot of people watch your show. I don't mean it like that. You know your body.
You understand your body.
Exactly. And eat for nutrition, man. Don't eat for weight gain, weight loss. Understand what is nutritious and eat for that.
Man, that's exactly...
Simple kurama, like the nutrition ko kura garda. It's simple if you keep it simple.
Yeah.
It's complicated if you start complicating things.
Yeah.
Simple exercise pani त्यही हो. You don't need thousands of exercise. You do 3 exercise, it'll keep you fit.
Yeah.
20 minutes a day.
The difference between our exercise and training is there is competition हुन्छ.
Oh.
जुन चाहिँ त्यो different हो. That's not fitness.
Game is game. It's different.
Exactly. Oh.
Fitness भनेको चाहिँ अब मैले गर्दाखेरि what makes me fit भनेर अब I'm not going to go really heavy on the weights. That's not my fitness. My fitness is for me to be able to do things that I want and no restrictions. If I want to be able to jump from here to there, that is for me fitness. अनि सबैको आफ्नो आफ्नै पर्सपेक्टिभ हुन्छ. There is also mental fitness. योहरू सबै हुन्छ. अनि मैले अब केही गर्दाखेरि एकदम गाह्रो हुने because मैले त्यो गरिरहेको भएर मलाई सजिलो भयो. Anybody can do it. If I want to lift heavy, I don't go ekachoti lift 200 kilos. I start at maybe 10 kilos and slowly work my way up. It's pretty simple. You just progressively overload and you will get there in time. And अहिले चाहिँ कस्तो हुन्छ भने अघि भने जस्तो there's a lot of people अब इन्टरनेटमा यतिकै कोचेसहरू मान्छेहरू जसको ओपिनियन हुन्छ it sells because अब भनौँ न राम्रो आइडियाहरू it's very hard to sell and people want quick results. So त्यसले गर्दाखेरि it's अब information छ तर you have to find the right information.
I'm one of the laziest people I know in the planet. I say that to myself. If I can go to the gym, if I can take out 1 hour of my life to go to the gym, do any kind of workout, it really doesn't matter. Any kind of workout, bloody everybody can.
Anybody can.
Anybody can do it. And one of the best things that I really like, I want to add this on, Tony. If I'm not going to the gym, I pull out my pair of sneakers, and I just go for a run.
Exactly.
Yeah. I just go for a run.
The first thing is the hardest thing to do. अब पानी परिरहेको छ आज नजाउँ. Once you put your shoes on, you walk out, your motivation आफै आउँछ.
Automatically भइहाल्ने रहेछ कि I am one of the biggest coffee drinkers in the world. I used to drink bloody 5 cups of coffee. रातिको 12 बजे I want to go to sleep and my hands are like this. My hands are literally like this. I was like, holy shit. It's the same thing with the cigarette. Fucking I smoke like so many cigarettes. So I quit that. I was like, all right. Maybe I can live without coffee. Maybe. I gave it a try. It's been almost 7 months. I'm without coffee. I drink tea sometimes, once in a while. Otherwise, I won't be able to do these podcasts. All the crazy things that I do. So you can do it, Ray.
You can do it.
The Nike slogan, by the way. That's the best fucking slogan in the world.
Man. Hands down. They dumbed it down for everybody. Just do it. Just fucking do it. You know what I mean?
Anybody can do it.
Your spark, that is the only thing that is the hardest thing. I hope everybody who's watching gets that, at least, but I don't care, one person gets that spark and goes, works out, and I'll be super happy.
Like I said, man, it's not about, you don't think twice if it's raining or if there's traffic, if you need to brush your fucking teeth, right?
Yeah.
Just make it a part of your life. Make it a part of your daily life.
So like, अब coffee example लिँदा, your daily example लिँदा, if you're gonna go get coffee, go near a gym and get a coffee.
Exactly.
अनि आफै त्यो अब आइसक्यो गरिहाल्नु नि त त्यस्तो हुन्छ कि. So you build in a new habit which is already associated with a old habit. So अब you going out morning मा just walk instead of riding a motorbike or a car. अनि त्यो बिस्तारै habit हुँदै हुँदै it just becomes त्यो repetitive behavior हुन जान्छ. अनि you cannot अब दिनमा जिम गएन भने कि नमिला जस्तो हुन्छ. So you just build habit and the keystone habitले गर्दाखेरि सबै सानो सानो चेन्जहरू आउने हो.
I don't think us as a nation, we've still grasped the importance of fitness and health here. Okay, why I say this is because look at what happened during the coronavirus. Coronavirus भयो, and then first hardware खोल्न दियो, खोल्न दियो. Last मा गएर gym was right. We were allowed to open right at the end. So gym, we are under entertainment, bro. So gyms, nightclubs, spas, and movie halls were categorized under entertainment. I don't know who came up with this this rule, but here's the thing, man. I've been doing this for over 12 years now, right? If you go to your gym for entertainment, there's something wrong with you or your gym or your fucking trainer. Nobody's going to a gym to get fucking entertained, bro. You go there to get your ass kicked, whether it's fighting, whatever it is. Because the whole point of exercise, you need to get tired to see results, right? Where is the fucking entertainment there? There's no entertainment there, but we've been classified under entertainment. I don't blame anybody for this because that's the perception that's out there. Gएर सानामा बस्यो गफ गऱ्यो सबैजना. You go, this one is with that one is that. You know what it's like, right? Yeah. So that's the perception that is out there. And त्यसले गर्दाखेरि, I think that in the long run, this is really going to hamper us because I talked about this with we've tied up with Miss Nepal for the fitness partners this year, and a huge reason why I wanted to be part of that was because they have a platform that I don't. If I go and say, hey man, fitness is important and working out is important, yeah, bitch, you got your own fucking gym, you want people to come there. But if someone outside of my industry says it, then people actually understand the need for fitness. Okay? And the need for fitness is so fucking important, and I don't think people understand that because we're focused on development, we're focused on everything else, right? And it's important to have that. As a nation, yes, of course development science, sabai kura चाहिन्छ. But what's the point if we have the best roads, the best fucking infrastructure, we have the best education, we have everything, but the average Nepali person, Rambadur. Sorry, man. But if a Nepali ko life expectancy is somewhere around 50 and you're dying at 50. What's the fucking point? If you can't enjoy all of that you've developed, that you've worked so hard for, then what's the point, right? So fitness and health is so important, but it's just being swept under the carpet. Like, just build the road right now. You know what I mean? Or build the damn... Yes, build that, but build this too. Because for you to enjoy development, you have to have a nation that is alive, that is healthy, that is happy, both physically, mentally, emotionally.
True.
But why is nobody ever paying attention to that?
I agree with you.
It's not push गरेको नि छैन. So यो एउटा study थियो. It was, I think, in South Korea होला. यो COVID corona cases ma. I think it was 100,000 cases. It was just a questionnaire where you filled out. Did you work out? Were you working out 30 minutes, 7 days? And people that were working out were less receptive to the virus. And even if you got the virus, the outcome was not as severe when you were working out. अनि अलिकति कम वर्कआउट हुनेहरूलाई अलिकति धेरै हुने. People that didn't work out, it had more severe अनि छिटो समात्ने hospitalization त्योहरू. It wasn't done to say that fitness is good. It was just there. Because I think South Korea, the health system is run by the government. So you just fill out a form अनि त्यो भयो त्यो. अनि अब यो लकडाउनमा नि to keep our mental health, we did like classes online. आफ्नै हेल्थको लागि अब केही छैन गर्ने. So we did like classes and burpees haru garyo. It was not for others, but it was more for like afno sanity ko लागि भयो भने you need that time भनेर used to do.
I did maybe 300 episodes during COVID, on national radio, 300 maybe. I did 300 episodes,
And you're the lucky ones to be able to go out on your bicycle.
One of the things that I constantly talked about was खै त तिमीले भनेको कुरामा मलाई एड गर्नु मन लाग्यो हैन. मेरो इन्डस्ट्री, मेरो पर्सनल इन्डस्ट्री हैन, आई गेट पेड फ्रम एन्टरटेनमेन्ट हैन. द्याट्स वेयर माई ब्रेड एन्ड बटर कम्स. फर्स्ट टु क्लोज, लास्ट टु ओपन हैन. यसमा पनि भनौँ न, एउटा नाइट क्लब एक्जाम्पल दिन्छु. एउटा नाइट क्लब एम्प्लोइज 100 पिपल. द्याट इज 100 फ्यामिलीज रनिङ. In your case, you have a gym. Maybe you have 30, 40, 50 people. You employ. That is 30, 40, 50 families that's running. Exactly. Same thing with you as well. परिवार त चलिरहेछ नि त. त्यो बिर्सिनु भएको, त्यो बिर्स्यो क्या completely. Another thing that I want to go ahead and completely add is मान्छेलाई बक्साभित्र राख्नु भनेको यस्तो मूर्खता नि हैन, त्यो के पनि हैन के.
It's like त्यो जेलमा solitary confinement हाल्छ नि.
त्यहाँ पनि जान दिन्छ के. त्यहाँ पनि गएर चाहिँ you get to work out. You can go out in the chaur and you can do things. You go to the yard. यहाँ chaur हैन. So कस्तो हुँदो रहेछ भन्दाखेरि त्यो सबै चाहिँदो रहेछ क्या मान्छेलाई हैन. मैले भने नि फर एक्जाम्पल भिटामिन डी को कुरा गरेँ नि. आई टक अबाउट भिटामिन डी. आई बीन टकिङ अबाउट भिटामिन डी फर द फकिङ लङ्गेस्ट टाइम. हुन्छ नि. एनीवेज दोज थिङ्स आर इम्पोर्टेन्ट राइट. यो कहाँ गएर बिग्रिन्छ भन्दाखेरि नि हैन राहुल एन्ड टोनी, what from my dumb brain, what I've understood is when people who are running this place do not do it, then how would they understand?
100%.
थाहा नै हुँदैन नि त हैन. अब आफूले गरे छैन त हैन, थाहा कसरी हुन्छ त, थाहा हुँदैन नि त हैन. That is one of the reasons why I asked both of you earlier, हुन्छ हैन, will you be willing to go and train?
If they're willing to train, if they're willing to train, because as big as they may be, at the end of the day, if we're doing our job, somebody has to let us do our jobs. And if I say yes, tomorrow I will train every single person that makes laws in the country, and I'll do it for absolutely free, right? But I need them to be able to actually add, okay, सबैजना यो गरिदिनु भन्दा गरिदिनु त पर्यो नि त. गरेन भन्दा I'm going to be like, fuck this shit, man. I got my own business to run. Like, why should I waste my time? तर गरिदिन्छ भने I'll be more than happy, because at the end of the day, for anybody who gets into this line in Nepal, and I think, bro, you can agree with me on this, fitness is not a money-making thing. It's a passion project. For all of us, these are passion projects, man. These are things that we love, we're passionate about. And these
both our backgrounds are similar. Exactly. He got into that fight. And then his mom took him to the gym. My dad took me to the gym.
Exactly.
So it's not, a lot of us come from the same background.
And we're not looking to make money here. Okay, people don't understand this. Even with like GFN and shit, I've stopped GFN, man. I'm never going back to that. We can talk about it if you want, but I'm never going back to that. But the thing is, people need to understand these are passion projects. You know, we're not doing this to make money.
Hold on, let's get into this. What happened
with GFN?
Yeah.
Do we have time?
I got a flight to catch. I don't know how much time. We got time. We got time. I just got a flight to catch. I take the next flight.
I'll shorten it down for you, right?
Okay.
I mean, there's no bigger platform to say this anyway. I think it's only fair for fighters around Nepal to know that I'm not doing this anymore. But
pull it slightly up.
Okay.
Okay.
So before
we're talking about Gymkhana fight night. Yes. Right? You can Google that up. You can find it on YouTube. All right.
Yeah. So before we even get into this, I think I want to make one thing fucking clear, man. I will make world champions from Nepal. before my time is done on this earth, I will create Nepali world champions who will win major titles in combat sports around the world. That I'm guaranteed going to do. But as a promoter, as GFN ko jun thyo ni, that I don't want to do anymore because, see bro, you've been on the inside of GFN. You know exactly what it's like. You know from the get-go that this whole event is a lose-lose for me. मैले कहीँबाट नि मेरो लागि यसमा राम्रै छैन क्या कुनै पनि हालमा मेरो फाइटरले जित्यो भने हार्यो भने मैले पैसा तिर्नै पर्छ मेरो फाइटरले हार्यो भने मलाई झुर लाग्छ अरू फाइटरले जित्यो भने पनि I don't feel bad but if somebody gets hurt it's my fucking responsibility right if somebody dies it's the most brutal sport in the world if somebody gets hurt whose head it's my headache it's not like we've got 100,000 sponsors that are sponsoring us it's who watches fights here man it's not like नेपालको गल्ती हैन तर हाम्रोमा त्यो fight culture भन्ने ठुलो छैन नि त we're trying to create
I think it is getting there बिस्तारै आउँदैछ
we're slowly getting there right but we don't have
the platform चाहियो
yeah exactly
what happened
so the thing was my whole thing behind GFN was if somebody else was doing it I would be more than fucking happy man it would save my time my money my everything every event we put out we lost money let me be very honest with you very honest we've been open for 4 years every single penny that Gymkhana has earned over the course of these 4 years I know a lot of people won't believe me when I say this we have spent it all on GFNs every penny we made couldn't even profits and people like oh Gymkhana's making money every fucking penny we made we put it into GFNs
usually
right?
when you do a sports event you never make money you actually go on loss
so we were guaranteed to lose money now before the third event happened you know about the third event
yeah.
So we were so close to the lockdown pandemic was almost in full-fledged and then we were हामीले event आज गर्यो event गरेको 4 दिनपछि lockdown भयो right so on the week of the event everybody my girlfriend my parents my partners everybody came my admin team and they're like Raul dai pull out well, my girlfriend didn't call me Raul dai but like Raul dai pull out नगर्नु यो event you've already lost so much money and you are guaranteed to lose more money like insane amount of money that at that point I have no clue how I'm going to fucking bring this money and this is fight week ma now the thing is I didn't come up with a fucking silver spoon shoved so far down my throat every time I took a shit there's fucking trophies coming out you know what I mean I worked my way up to be where I am today man it's not like I have a whole lot of fucking resources lying behind me तर पनि सबैले रल्दै नगर्नु यो this you can lose a lot of money this is going to make a big fucking impact on Gymkhana भने I locked myself in my office for like an hour and त्यो टाइममा my boys my fighters they were staying at the gym close camp को राति they'd been living at the gym के त्यही खाना खाने त्यही सुत्ने सबै त्यही गराथे and you see my office I've got my small CC camera set up there right so I'm sitting in my office I'm just thinking what the fuck do I do and I look in the CC camera and I see my boys के त्यो चारजना बसे they're fooling around they're happy there and I know what it's like to be a fighter man I know what it's like for it to be fight week and to get excited about your fight I looked at them I was like you know what fuck it man money ta je huncha huncha we'll figure this shit out I can't do this to these boys man they've worked so hard and not just them there's their opponents who've worked as hard they're also fucking good people man you know everybody should I went in I said fuck the loss fuck the money let's do it all right let's go through with this man we did it गरेको 3 दिनमा 4 दिनमा lockdown भयो the first lockdown to a point first lockdown ma ta 4 महिनासम्म त I didn't even go out of the house man I was literally in the house everybody was inside the house so 4-5 months go by one morning I haven't gone anywhere other than 2 grocery runs this whole time right grocery store and back one morning I said I come for breakfast to my breakfast with my mom and dad I got a text I won't take names one of my fighters from my team right not like hi dai hope you're staying safe how are you everything hey bro
no see dai
hey bro it's been almost half a fucking year since we fought हाम्रो पैसा खाएको टाइपको कुरा क्या हाम्रो ब्लड स्वेट एन्ड टियर्सको पैसा यसो तिर्नु पर्दैन यत्रो गरिसक्यो कस्तो पैसा नदिएको टाइपको क्या and I'm just like if it came from somebody else from an outside team हुन्छ नि I could understand क्या but my own fucking team bro like guys that I've been busting my ass till today I am paying off fucking bills from GFN 1, 2 and 3 nobody understands this I have absolutely nothing to gain from that man from those events nothing मेरो त publicity हुन्छ members no it doesn't work that way त्यो दिन मेरो जिम बन्द गर्नु पर्यो रिङ निकाल्नु पर्यो हैन भइरहेको मेम्बर्सलाई डिस्टर्ब गर्नु पर्यो there's so much shit that goes in and then my fighter goes oh what, you know what I mean like you're fucking eating our money I was like have you not realized there's a fucking pandemic going on like we can't step out कसरी दिने पैसा त्यो पनि somebody on my team means somebody I'm close to call me up like a man said दाइ मलाई प्रब्लम भइरहेछ अलि हेल्प गरिदिनु Bro, ask my team, man. Like, ask guys from my team. So many of them called me during the pandemic. That day, मेरो dadलाई यस्तो भयो, मेरो उसलाई यस्तो भयो. I need some money. कहाँबाट यहाँबाट यी सेवा गर, त्यहाँबाट गर. जसरी भए पनि हुन्छ नि. Make sure that these guys, I may not be able to give you the entire amount, but at least अलिकति त relief हुने गयो. Make sure that you can pull it off. And there's people who will testify to this, okay? Who will say, yes, Raul, you did that. You know what I mean? Now, this person is close to me. You could have just said, I'm in kind of a tight spot. Do you think you could give me the fight purse instead of saying these are blood, sweat and tears? No, shut the fuck up, man. Like, you think I don't know what this is? I came up through the same road. I built the fucking thing for you. You can tell me what it's about. They've been done, whatever. Then a few months later, we got to open again. Another one of my fighters comes up. This is after me losing every fucking penny we ever made. He goes, oh, why don't you create a platform for us? It's not our job to look for fights. So what the fuck did I just do? You know what I mean? I spent all of that. And he goes, yeah, but tapeko planning pugena. I'm like, you know what, bro? The only reason I got into this was to make people happy. Right? It was because I like fights and I could be in a position where I can say, okay, you are good, you two fight, this is a fucking good thing. Culture mati also, everybody will enjoy it, everybody will enjoy this.
Platform
create. Let this culture spread in Nepal because I love this sport so much. I want my country to share that love with me. You know what I mean? I want them to share how beautiful this sport is, how beautiful combat sports is. That was the only reason I was doing it. And then, there's good guys as well. There's guys from other teams that aren't even on my team, bro. I have DMs now where they said, Dai, thank you for the opportunity.
No. It's a big opportunity.
Right? And now, it's all like everybody is... And then, one is going, oh, I'm going to do my own league. And these are all people from my team, man. I'm going to do my own league. I'm going to do my own this. I'm going to start teaching here. I'm going to start teaching that. And I'm just like, you know what? Fuck you. Like, I never needed this, man. It was never doing anything for me. It was for somebody. It was for you guys. You know what I mean? I have a short span of time on this earth. I want to spend it doing things that make me happy and I want to do things that will make people I care for happy.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit here fucking surrounded in negativity. हुन्छ नि यसले यो चिटिङ गर्यो यसले त्यो गर्यो कहिले नि राम्रो हुँदैन के ब्रो मेरो फाइटरले जित्यो भने चिटिङ गरेको हो मेरो फाइटरले हार्यो भने हा 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 यु नो व्हाट आई मीन अनि लास्टमा गएर मेरै फाइटरले ब्लड स्वेट एन्ड टियर्स मेरो पैसा खाइस् go fuck yourselves man done I'm out so we're not doing that no more I'm not training I have 2 students that's it I'm not interested in being a promoter that whole Dana Brown dream is like I never wanted that anyway I never wanted it the reason I did it was because Thiena
to bring the athletes
exactly
to the platform I can relate पहिला हामीले पनि अब कम्पिटिसनहरु गर्थ्यो नि it was never for to make money or anything like that it was just to build the community and then bring the whole industry up अब यो जुन त्यो street workoutहरु हालेको what will happen is when you have parks and stuff like that outside people will go start working out आफैमा गर्छ जुन चाहिँ त्यो अहिले त्यो नारायण चौर कहाँ सुकदेवले बनाएकोहरु what that does is promotes fitness eventually in after few years people will understand what gym is why it is there and what it is for it's like you want to go to a hospital for 20 days or spend 10 lakh in your hospital bills or you go to gym and work out so that you don't actually have to go to the hospital अनि त्यसरी हेर्यो भने चाहिँ it's an investment अघि कुरा गरे जस्तो you basically choose everybody is shoveling shit it's what shit you're going to take
Raul, I just want to go ahead and add on this, add on what you just said. So what if future-ma culture ta aunu paryo ni ta, fights ta aunu paryo, culture ta aunu paryo. So what's going to happen? So other people who are going to do it, you're going to support them?
Bro, I'm out of it, man. Like, I'm not gonna. You know me. I'm not the type to say, "Hey, bring this one down." The
other thing is there is also these के भन्छ त्यसलाई संस्थाहरु
True, it's their job, man. To be honest, it's their job. It's not my fucking job.
There's a Muay Thai association.
There's 3.
Powerlifting association. Kati association. They need to start taking up the mantle and moving forward rather than private sector coming in and taking permission from them. And fight garda you need.
Oh my god, the amount of fucking hoops I have to jump through just to pull off one event, bro. There's 3 associations. Who do I take the permission from now? Who?
There were 2 Olympic committees before. Do you know that?
I heard about this.
So it's the way, bro. Like what happens is like, see, you've got to understand that. For me, I paid my dues. I earned my stripes. You know what I mean? I started with absolutely fucking nothing. There's a time when I was working 3 jobs. There's a time when I was selling shit at a flea market so I could earn 200 rupees to buy my fucking meal for the next week, because the flea market only opens on Sundays. And if I don't make that money then 200-300 rupees, then I'm not going to eat for the rest. This is in Goa, right? You got to earn your fucking stripes. You can't look at somebody else's dream and do a shortcut to that and say, okay, this is my dream now. I dreamt of it and this is how I'm going to live. त्यो गर्दा चाहिँ के हुन्छ भने, you miss out on a lot of the details. And then people get hurt. Legit, like in this sport, there's no bullshitting, man. In basketball, you lose a fight, you lose a match, you go home, you feel really shitty. Trust me, I've been a basketballer. In a fight, you lose, and you lose badly, you probably end up in a fucking hospital, right? And there's so many details.
Or you end up dead.
Exactly. There's so many things that you need to look into. But Kostobai, when it just became like a whole, I did it so that people will be appreciative of the sport.
The idea of promoting fighters,
Exactly.
taking them to a different level, platform दियो. तर it always turns out to किनभने सबैको opinion हुन्छ.
Yeah.
Like we talked about.
Yeah.
अब हामीले गरेको चाहिँ it's to promote the sport, to promote the industry. त्यो हुन्छ. It's never for like personal gain को लागि त गरेको हैन. Personal gain गर्ने हो भने you go to a venue, you do a event, nightclub, you make money.
Yeah. If I want to do it personal gain, the money we put into Gymkhana, go जग्गा किनिदिन्थे 2 वर्षपछि बेचिदिन्थे, fuck man, I make a lot more money, right?
Bro, to sum this up, this is what I do.
Exactly, right?
You've been here, you've seen the shit. I could have done 1,000 other things, right? But
this is also a passion project.
Exactly, but nobody, who would have thought that, again, I'm nowhere, I'm a speck in this universe, I know, but who would have
We
thought,
all are, brother.
I know, who would have thought I'd sit down and talk to amazing people like you and, I don't know, one person who is gonna go ahead and watch it. And,
I never thought we'd be...
Example मात्र change गरेर नि, it's a change, you know.
Yeah, bro, the other day when you called me and you're like, hey, you're coming on this Friday, I was like, fuck man, there's a lot of big people that come to your podcast. I'm just an idiot who owns a small business. What am I going to do here?
Bro, trust me, bro, I got zero knowledge in everything, bro, and I sit here and I've learned so much from both of you guys, man, and
As
that
a
is
way,
more important. And again, I know nothing, man, at the end of the day. मलाई खासै केही पनि थाहा छैन. I sit and I soak in information from people who are trying to make a change, man. That's about it. That's what I tend to do, and I'm so happy that you guys came over.
Thank you, brother.
I got a flight to catch.
All right, man. You have a safe flight, and thanks for this opportunity, man. We've been talking about it for a while, but it was nice to just... I mean, normally just to fucking get things off our chest also.
This is therapy.
Bolna paya, like there's fucking shit that we've been holding on to. We got to get rid of it.
Good, man, and we had fun. Thank you very much, Tony.
Thanks for having me, man.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Raul.
you, brother.
And come again, man. This is your place.
For
come
sure.
again.
Whenever you'll have us.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you.
If you love what we are doing, make sure that you subscribe and turn on notifications. This program is brought to you by Vyas Studios.